What is up, people of Earth? My name's Natalia. This is another episode of ThirdEyeCyphs. I was gonna say my name again because that's usually not what I do, but I kind of switched it, so that's why I was gonna say my name again. Anyways, guys, this is a podcast on self-improvement, self-realization, esoteric knowledge, anything and everything spiritual, as well as conspiracy theories, current news, aliens is a conspiracy theory. I don't know, a bunch of other good stuff to help you realize your truest potential. So, without further ado, let's get right into the episode.
ThirdEyeCyphs. ThirdEyeCyphs.
Woo! That is right. We got a theme song, guys. We're moving on up. That's right. Okay. Look at this. I'm so excited, guys. I'm packing. There's a bunch of boxes in my room. We got a theme song. There's things are changing, guys. The seasons are changing. Oh, I don't know if the seasons are changing for you. I mean, we're still in January. I was telling my boyfriend yesterday that we just okay, well, it's the end of January, but we just started the new year, and I feel like we're already halfway in it because it's just everything's just happening always, right? It's not I mean, for some people, it may feel like there's a beginning and an end, the beginning of a new year, the end of a new year. It just feels like a continuous, how do you say, a continuous, I don't want to say pattern, but it's just I originally, this is why, I can't think of the word right now, is because I wanted to say, a continuous, line, but it's, definitely not a line. It's just a continuous, movement of moments, basically, and that's basically what reality is. But is it really, who am I to tell you what reality is? People, philosophers, even, philosophical psychologists, they've been trying to, physicists too, everybody has been trying to define what reality is since probably creation. So who am I? Me, Natalia, that's not even, well, I was gonna say that's not even who I am. I mean, that's my name, but, that's not who I am, right? Are you guys your name? I am not my name. Whoever's listening to this for the first time must be what is this podcast? What is this podcast, really? What is my existence? What is humanity? What is reality? What is this podcast? What is a podcast? What is this thing that you're listening to this podcast on? What is this sound that's hitting your ears? What is the consciousness that's perceiving the sound hitting the ears? Can you feel the sound hitting your ears? What is feeling that sound? There's so many things that can just make you be like, what? And then some people just can't take it, and then they just off themselves, which is not the way to go, guys. It's not the way to go. You know, from the teachings that I have studied, I mean, who am I to say who are, I don't know, these people, this is just what I've studied from, different philosophies, spiritualities, It's not good, guys. If you kill yourself, you're just gonna put yourself, right back in the cycle. Either, so, I think, in reincarnation, aspects, I guess, suicide is not seen as, a positive thing, meaning, if you kill yourself, you're just, you're not accomplishing what you came here to do, I guess you could say. So, you just come right back. You didn't fulfill your purpose. So, you come here to do something, and then, if you didn't do it and you just kill yourself, then you just come right back. Or, you reincarnate into a being that is, considered, lower than human, I guess. So you would be an animal. If you come back as an animal, so many people when they say oh, I want to reincarnate as a butterfly or as a bird and stuff, that's actually lower than a human. That would mean that you didn't but then again, maybe you have a choice. I don't know, I'm just going based off of one theory or one philosophy. I guess, I don't know how to say it. So, yeah. That could be a thing, too. Also, you can probably get, like, stuck in, like, the middle realm or something like that. I don't know if that's actually a thing. I think it is a thing, though, because, like, spirits, like, what the heck are spirits, right? Like, I know that they exist on a different dimension or, like, plane of existence or, like, vibration. But then, I guess so, right? So then, like, lower type, like, you know, like, those shadow ghosts you see, like, those would be lower vibrational beings, I guess. And then, like, angels and, like your guardian angels, those are, like, higher vibrational beings, but then you still can't see, like, either of them. I don't know. Well, yeah, because you're not on the same dimension or plane of existence as them, so that makes sense. Anyways, guys, did you just hear what the heck we just got into? What did we get into? Anyways, it is time for your self-care checklist. Ooh, you know what? Okay, the next one, okay, it's not gonna be a next episode, but I'm gonna work on it. I'm gonna do, like, a sound that's like, your self-care checklist. That's gonna be cool. I'm gonna do it. Guys. I'm gonna do it. Okay. Okay, so, what, have you been drinking water, guys? Come on, get your checklists out, guys. Have you been drinking water? I've been drinking water. I've been very thirsty lately. I don't know if it's because, like, we're going through a shift right now. I mean, we've been going through a shift, guys, so, like, it's not like I've been drinking water like that, but I've been very thirsty lately. But I also have not been feeling very well. So that's probably why I've been drinking water, and I've probably not been feeling well because I'm not drinking enough water, guys. So we need to be drinking a lot of water. The 8x8 rule is very much recommended, but I also heard it depends on your body weight. So, I have to find that, you know where I saw that at? I saw it on a poster in a smoothie shop that it said, not a smoothie shop, but like a juice bar. But they also do smoothies. And it said, are you drinking enough water? And then, like, it was like, fun fact, the amount of water you drink, like, goes hand in hand, I guess, or however it says, with how much you weigh. So I guess the more you weigh, the more water you have to drink. But there's an 8x8 rule. I don't know who the hell made this up. It's like doctors recommended, or I don't know. So 8-ounce glasses of water a day. So that's 4 16-ounce glasses of water a day, at least. That's actually not a lot, honestly. So carry around a water bottle, guys, and also watch the water that you're drinking. There's a lot of weird waters out there. I know a lot of people are like, oh, alkaline water is the best and stuff. Like, it really depends. I don't know which episode I talked about it, but just to refresh your memory, I don't know if that's actually a thing. It could be a thing that's, like, advertised by, like, companies, like these alkaline companies or whatever, because our stomachs are acidic naturally. And if you're drinking something alkaline or putting something alkaline in your stomach and your stomach is acidic, especially water, like, I think food's kind of different because it has to, like, break down and stuff anyways. But I think it also depends, like, on your dosha, too. Like, this is literally just something I thought of this second. I'll get into that in a sec. But anyway, so if you drink, like, alkaline water, your stomach's naturally gonna want to neutralize it because there's so much alkaline in it. But I think that this is, like, if you drink a lot of alkaline water. It's not like if you just drink, like, a bottle of alkaline water, then your body's gonna, like, spaz out or anything. But a lot of people who have, like, changed all of their water drinking to alkaline water, like, were experiencing, like, health issues or, like, something weird. Like, they were like, yeah, I had to switch off or whatever, this is bad, blah, blah, blah. But you know what? I think it really depends on the person. And the reason why I said dosha is because, so when I said alkaline, I thought, like, okay, what are alkaline foods? Those would be, like, fresh, raw fruits and vegetables, right? Very fresh. And I thought about, like, me, if I were to eat them, it takes longer for my body to break it down because I'm Vata dosha, and Vata dosha is very dry, and I lack the agni, or the internal fire in the digestive system, to help break down things faster. So that's why I have like, it comes and goes or whatever, depending on, like, now it doesn't because I've been watching it, but digestive issues since I was younger. So I was recommended to eat like warm, cooked thoroughly foods because it's easier for my stomach to break down. So thinking about that, like, if you're eating alkaline foods but your stomach is acidic, then it's gonna take more time to break down the alkaline foods, right? But then I'm thinking, like, if you're pitta dosha, I think pitta dosha is the one that has a very high, like, fast metabolism, so they get, they have a lot of that fire within them, so they have a lot of heartburn and a lot of indigestion and stuff like that. So it might be different for them. I don't know. I honestly don't know too much about this, guys. Don't take my words for this. Do your own research, but these are a few fun facts that I like to, play around with, like, to know certain things. I mean, I don't know things for facts, but, like, it's like anybody, like, somebody, any of these, freaking spiritual people that you listen to on YouTube or, like, stuff like that, and they're like, yeah, you gotta do this, blah, 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 and you just listen to this stuff, right, and you accept it as a fact. Don't accept it as a fact, but the same way that they talk about this stuff, like, that's the same way I'm talking about this stuff. Like, I don't really know, but this is what I've learned from practitioners, from teachers, from ancient teachings, stuff like that. So this is just, I'm going based off of all the things that I've learned and then trying to come up with my own ideas. That's literally what I do. Like, I learn, and then I also have a notebook where I take all of the things that I learn and try to come up with my own concepts or my own philosophies and stuff like that based off of my reality, things that I've experienced, and then things that I've learned from other people that have experienced things as well. So it's a good tip for you guys. Anyways, so water, good. Drink good water. Healthy food, organic. Organic is the key, guys. It holds more prana, more life force energy, and you're also not ingesting pesticides. That is also a plus, always. Dark greens are the healthiest greens you could eat. And non-GMO, why would you want to eat a genetically modified organism? Come on, we want to eat real life organisms. Come on, we gotta eat the people. No, I'm joking, imagine. Oh my god. Why do I have so much? Doesn't sound like I have a lot of energy? Good. Good. Mental health. Are you taking a break from work, guys? I've been taking a break from work, and it's nice, but I am moving soon, and I'm gonna be moving into my own place, which means I gotta work harder, and a little, it's vacation's over for me, guys, but, it's fine, it's time to get back into go mode. I am ready. So, are you taking breaks, guys? If you have been working hard, you need a freaking break, because literally, I had worked hard for I think it was months straight or weeks straight, hardcore, just working, and I ended up breaking, not me personally taking a break, but I snapped, and I had a hive outbreak. You can check the Chakra Scam episode, season 2. I broke out into hives, and I ended up in the hospital with anaphylaxis due to stress, because it wasn't even because of an allergy. So you don't want to snap like me, guys. You don't want to snap. So we need to take breaks. We need to incorporate breaks into our daily life. We need to learn how to relax and play. Are you doing the things that you enjoy? Are you doing the things that you want to do, not the things that you always have to do? Oh my god, Haku, get out of here. Sorry, my cat is crazy. Are you creating? Do you do art? Are you doing anything that you like? And it doesn't even have to be art, but I feel like everything that you create is art. So even if you're a techie person and you build robots, that's art. Or you program stuff, I still think that's art. That's cool. Are you doing that? Are you doing that? Are you creating? Are you exploring? Are you going to places you've never been to before? I was gonna say been to before, and then it was gonna confuse me. But of course, like, a lot of people can't really go anywhere right now. But you can still walk around. Maybe walk around a neighborhood you haven't been to. Maybe not a dangerous neighborhood, but like one that you haven't seen or something that you can explore. I don't know. Go to a park, or like, I don't know. You could drive somewhere. If you have a car, you could drive somewhere. It's not like you're not allowed to drive anywhere. Emotional support. Do you have a support system? Do you have friends that support you, that want to talk to you, that want to actually listen to what you have to say instead of just dumping all of their problems on you and then never wanting to hear about your problems? That is not a good support system. It's not a good friend in general. Are you journaling? Are you expressing your emotions? Are you writing down how you feel? Are you expressing how you feel? Are you talking about how you feel? These are all very important things for our health, guys. So contemplate that. Maybe write them down. Maybe, reflect on it. Or do you have these things in your life? What are you missing? What are you lacking? What can you add to that list? But yeah, I hope you guys are well. I hope you've checked off a lot of some of that stuff on the list. I hope you guys are trying to be the best versions of yourself. I hope you are incorporating the best versions of yourself and bringing yourself into that being, because you are that being. Literally, the person that you want to be or you imagine yourself to be, you already are. You just have to start acting like that person, because there is only now. There is no future. There is no past. There's literally only this moment and the memories that we have, and then like the concepts of the future that we have, like, oh, like this could happen, or I don't know, just like perceived ideas. Like, it hasn't happened yet. So this is something we gotta think about, guys. Something we gotta think about. But I hope, again, you guys are well. I hope you guys are being your best persons. Best persons. People say persons. Like, look at all the persons over there. Do they say that? I don't know. I've read something that it said something with persons. I've seen it on a couple of things. You know what I'm talking about, guys. You know what I'm talking about. You've seen it too. And don't act like I'm crazy, okay? Because I'm not crazy. Okay. So, about the card reading, I did try pulling a card for you guys, but it just wasn't coming through. Like, it was weird. It was kind of just like the universe was just like, no. Like, you're not getting a card reading. I think it's because, again, I told you I haven't been feeling well, so I'm not very in tune. And I also woke up kind of late. What, Haku? Come here. She doesn't want to come. What was I saying? Oh yeah, I forgot to set my alarm for an earlier time because of the podcast. So instead I woke up late, but like, not because I slept through the alarm, it's just because I forgot to change the alarm time. So anyways, I guess I'm just not all there this morning, so the messages just weren't coming through. I was gonna look up like a weekly card reading on my phone, but I couldn't really find anybody that did anything. Let me look up weekly card reading. I'm just looking on Google now. I tried looking on Instagram, but usually like weekly card readings they do like in the beginning of the week, unlike me, who does it at the end. Okay. Well, it's not the end of the week. I mean, this is the beginning of... Let's just pretend today is the beginning of the week, okay? Alright, I'm gonna just click on the first one. Oh, look it. Okay. It gives me... Okay. Friday. What the heck? I clicked Sunday. Stupid. The Tower. Okay, block. The site can't ask you for your permission. What? Cancel. Okay, so what happened with the Tower? Oh my god, this is so stupid. I hate stupid websites. Please select a Monday card. Why do I have to select? Oh, I have to select all of them? I don't get it. This is dumb. Never mind, guys. Let me try the next one. Okay, the week of January 18th. I don't know. Let's see. Oh, but this is about, like, horoscopes. I don't know your guys' horoscopes. Oh, my gosh. See, we can't... This is why we need my card readings. Yeah, no. Okay, anyways. We tried, guys. So yeah, that's that. I didn't do a card reading. I couldn't get any messages. Maybe there's nothing to really say this week. Maybe we just gotta push through until next week and see what happens. So for this week, wait, should I jump into the episode or should we put an ad? First, a word from our sponsors. Okay, so so today we are going to be talking about synchronicities. Now, I've done a video on this. It's kind of hidden on YouTube. Well, it's not hidden, but like it's not on my World of Natalia channel. It's a channel that's just called Natalia that like I've had for so many years. But I only have, I think I have two or three. I have 3 videos on there. I used to have 2. I only have 3 videos on there, and it's like, it's hidden. Like, I don't know how else to, oh, I could share the video. Okay, I'll share the video on, I did this video years ago, guys, back in 2016? No, I think it might have been 2017. I did this video when I was 18 years old. So I look like a little baby, but, I mean, I feel like I still look the same. I feel like I didn't age much over time or anything. But anyways, I did this video about synchronicities and how I experienced them. How I experienced synchronicities. I don't know if I said that, sorry. So I'll share that video in the ThirdEyeCyphs Facebook community. And yeah, so anyways, synchronicities, what the heck are they? What are they? I just had a freaking thing. So synchronicities are basically a concept that was first introduced by Carl Jung, my favorite psychologist. Well, one of my favorite psychologists. I think his work is freaking great. He touches a lot of topics that a lot of psychologists do not want to touch on, like, at the time. Especially, like, he had a very esoteric, perception of things. Like, he kept that in mind. Like, he was a believer in the paranormal, basically, and that's what it says. So he did talk a lot about ego, and he talked a lot about the super soul or super ego, and then he talked about synchronicities. And what synchronicities are considered are meaningful coincidences, as if they occur with no causal relationship but seem to be meaningfully related. So this is also called a causal parallelism. As a meaningful coincidence of 2 or more events where something other than the probability of chance is involved. So something that happened to him that he wrote in one of like his works. Oh, he actually wrote a book called Synchronicity. It was a time that this lady that he was treating was telling him about a dream that she was given a golden scarab beetle. So it's like this, like, it's just like this like big beetle. I think you see them in like, just look up scarab beetle or golden scarab, SCARAB. I might put a picture in the slideshow on my Instagram for this episode. And I was gonna say, I think you see them in like hieroglyphics or something, but I don't know if that's the same beetle. So anyways, she was telling him that she had a dream that somebody gave her a beetle, like one of those beetles, and then like within the same freaking moment, he hears a tapping at the window, and then he looks, and it's like the scarab beetle. It's the scarab beetle, like, knocking at the window, like, trying to get inside or something. I think it's, like, because they want to go into, like, dark places or something. So he was trying to get into, like, the dark place, like, the room or something. I don't know, but he thought it was, like, so weird. And something that he wrote, where is it? Something that he wrote that I really like, that he said, when coincidences pile up in this way, one cannot help but be impressed by them. Cannot help being impressed by them. For the greater the number of terms in such a series, or the more unusual its character, the more improbable it becomes. So he's basically saying that, like, when stuff like this happens, like, it's hard to be, like, like ignore it. Like, what the heck is that? Like, it's hard not to laugh. It's hard not to be like amazed by it. Like, what the heck is this? What is this meaningful coincidence? What is this synchronicity? So it's very interesting, and he wrote a lot on it. He wrote a whole book on it. So I think what this is now, I'm talking from like things that I've studied, things that I've learned, things that I've like come to understand for myself. Like, I don't really know. This is not based on any type of fact. So what I see, so like it's basically like, so this reality is a matrix, right? I don't really know exactly how it is a matrix, because like I can also see this reality as a very technical matrix, as in like a bunch of ones and zeros like in the air, like the movie The Matrix and stuff like that. Like, we are living in this kind of digital like reality, not digital, but like very similar, kind of like we're living in a computer, like a universal computer or like organism. Like, I don't know. I don't really know how to explain it. So it could either be that, or it can just be like, it could be something else. I don't know. But this is kind of like how I view it, as like a bunch of ones and zeros in the air, kind of like we're passing through, like everything is made, like even we're made up of the ones and zeros. It's basically vibration, like the atoms. So you can see it either or. Like, it's also that. It's like, it could be like ones and zeros, like technical, as in we're in a computer program, or it could be like particles, like the God particle, atoms and molecules and everything vibrating, like a bunch of fragments being perceived by people, and then it looks dense, but it's actually just a bunch of like fragments vibrating that make it seem like there's actually something there, which is like the scientific version, I guess you could say, of this reality. So anyways, what I see synchronicities as is, since this is a matrix, oh my gosh, I'm sorry. Haku! I love you, but get down, please. I know. Mwah. Okay, please get down. Okay, so since this is a matrix, a synchronicity would be kind of like a glitch in the matrix, or like an alignment. So this is what synchronicities are told to be. Like, when a synchronicity happens, that means you're in alignment with your highest self, or your true path, basically. Like, whatever's happening at the moment is supposed to be happening. And this I absolutely agree with. I see synchronicities as a sign that whatever is happening in that moment is supposed to be happening. You are aligned, basically. Because if you weren't aligned, then you wouldn't be having these coincidences. Like, but then again, maybe you would be having these coincidences. I don't know. So anyways, when you come into alignment with whatever you're supposed to be doing, like, be it your true purpose, or like whatever you're meant to do at that moment, like it could be anything. Like, maybe you're meant to meet somebody at that moment, and then something happens. So like, say you're like walking down the street or whatever, and then you've been like wanting, you want to become a dancer. I don't know. You want to become a dancer, and you're just walking down the street, and then you bump into somebody like in the street, and they're like, oh, like whatever, you bumped into me. And then you meet this person, and he's like a dancer, a director, or recruiter, I don't know. And then you know him because he's famous. You're like, oh my gosh, you're blah, blah, blah. And then he's like, oh yeah, I am. And then at that moment that happens, there's a synchronicity. So maybe like a butterfly flies by. I feel like, now these are omens. These aren't really like, okay, so like certain symbols, depending on like certain symbols that are meaningful to you, it'll always be meaningful to you because it's meant to stand out to you, because it's your synchronicity, it's your reality. So if it's meant to be acknowledged by you, it's going to be something that can be understandable by you. So if you like look to symbols or omens such as like butterflies or dragonflies, or like something that's symbolic to you, and like a butterfly flies by once you bump into him, or like something symbolic to you like appears at that moment. Or numbers. Numbers are the greatest way for synchronicities to arrive in people's lives. So you'll see maybe 1111, like you pull out your phone to take down his number and it's 1111 or it's 1212. If that were to happen to me, look guys, like me personally, if I were to bump into somebody and like I want to be a dancer and I bump into this dancer person and then he's like, yeah, I want to see you dance, like, here, take down my number, and then right when I pull out my phone to take down his number, it's 1212. Like, if I see that, then I'll absolutely know that I was meant to meet this guy, like, this guy's about to change my life, or, like, something is gonna happen with this guy that is meant to happen, because it's freaking 1212. It's a synchronistic time, which means I am in alignment. I am meant to be doing whatever I'm meant to be doing. So this is something, that's just, so those are, sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. Those are just different ways that they can appear. So synchronicities for me, and I talk about it in the video that I will post in the ThirdEyeCyphs community, another way that synchronicities appear to me, numbers are the number one thing. So I get certain numbers, it's not like always repeating numbers. So of course 1111, 222, 333, 444, 555, all of these, like, these are all synchronistic numbers, repeating numbers that you see a lot, especially if you see, like, the same number a lot, like, you just keep seeing, like, 555 all day, like, in the morning, in the evening, you see it at an address, you see it at a phone number that calls you, like, if you keep seeing it, it's, like, kind of like a sign. And you could also look up angel numbers, on Google, like, meaning of 555 angel number, and then it'll just tell you. I don't know where people get those from, like, I don't know, like, maybe somebody, like, talked to the spirits and was like, what does this number mean? So these are also another way for your higher self or spirits to communicate with you. So some of the numbers that I get are 1221, 132, I don't know why these numbers, guys. Like, I didn't create any of these numbers. I don't know. These are just numbers that appear a lot, and have been appearing a lot in my life, I guess, since around the time I started noticing synchronicities. I started noticing specific numbers, for some reason. So, 1221, 132, there was another one. I don't know. But anyways, it could be, like, certain numbers that mean something to you. So synchronicities, another way would be, again, like, omens, butterflies flying by, dragonflies, or, like, okay, so again, like the example that Carl Jung gave in his book, how somebody was telling him that in their dream they were getting a beetle, and then within the same moments, the same beetle appeared right there. That is a synchronistic moment. So it's kind of like, it's just any type of coincidence. So anytime that something happens and you're like, oh, like, that's a weird coincidence, it's not a coincidence. I'm not a strong believer in coincidences, but a believer in meaningful coincidences, aka synchronicities. So anything that I feel like, oh, it's a coincidence, I automatically, like, I don't even think it's a coincidence. I think it's a synchronicity. Like, this is meant to be happening. So this is a great way for you to connect directly with source, or with your higher self, or with your, like, guardian angels, your higher beings, whatever it is that you may be communicating with. These are a main way for them to be guiding you and to try to connect with you. So another thing that happens with me that I also mentioned in the video is that a lot of the times that I know it's a synchronicity is if, like, I'll check the time and then, like, say it's 12:12, right? But then literally it'll switch to 12:13, like, immediately after. Like, the next time I try to look at the clock, it'll be the next minute, or it'll be like 2 or 3 minutes later when not that much time has passed by. So it's kind of like I jump through time. It's very odd, guys. Like, this is something very weird that happens. It's kind of like I jump through time. Like, it'll be 12:12. Like, I would literally just look at the time, and then it would say 12:12, and then I would look away for, like, not even 5 seconds, and it would be 12:14. Like, 2 minutes had already passed. And I'm like, what? That doesn't even make any sense. So it's kind of like I like jumped through like time or something. It's really weird. That happens to me often. So I don't know, like, I don't know what that is. Like, I honestly, like, I don't even know what to say about that. Because I never actually looked into it. But what I'm assuming is that I'm jumping through time, or I'm jumping, well, I don't think I could be jumping through time, honestly, because time is, I don't want to say a social construct, but in this reality, in the 3D, I think that time might be a construct, but I don't know, because I know time makes up the fourth dimension. The fourth dimension is time. And I'm pretty sure this is something I have to contemplate, guys. I have to sit down and think about this. But, and also hear other people's theory on time. Because, of course, you'd be like, oh, time is, time doesn't exist. Time is, like, a social construct, basically. But I see that absolutely being true, but I also see time as existing in this plane of reality. Because we age, and the sun goes up and down, and seasons change. So, of course, this is our way of keeping track of, like, where we are, I guess? So, like, by seeing that, by knowing we age, this is how we create time. We create this concept of time. My nose is getting stuffed as I'm talking, which is really weird. I don't have tissue around, so I'm not gonna waste time and get up. So, I don't know. I have to think about that, guys. But anyways, well, what are your ideas? This is a cipher, right? You can enter voice messages, guys. Like, if you go on Anchor, or even if you look in the description of this podcast episode, it'll say send in a voice message, and then there's a link. So go on that link and send in a voice message, or you can DM me on Instagram. My Instagram is Natalia of Earth. You can email ThirdEyeCyphs@gmail.com. I think it's ThirdEyeCyphs@gmail.com, or it's ThirdEyeCyphs@gmail.com. Don't quote me on that, but definitely you can email worldofnatalia@aol.com. I have so many emails, oh my god. I honestly did not want to create the Third Eye Cyphs podcast email, but I had to in order to make a YouTube channel for these episodes. So, speaking of, I have to put last week's episode on YouTube as well as this one. So anyways, send in your ideas. I'd love to hear what you have to say on the concept of time. But anyways, I don't even know how I got into that. Me jumping through time, I guess. I think that I might be just switching realities, and then, like, in the reality that I switch to, like, the dimension that I switch to, it's like a minute ahead or something like that. I don't know. I feel like that's the most probable explanation that I can think of. It's so funny because it sounds, like, absurd, like, to anybody listening. Well, not to anybody listening but to anybody listening that doesn't really know much about, like, dimension theory or, like, parallel reality theory. So they must be like, what? Why would that be? Like, no, it's because an actual minute passed by. Like, guys, I'm telling you, a whole minute did not pass by. Like, I just checked the time, and it's already it's usually like 2 to 3 minutes, and I'm like, what? That doesn't make any sense. And it happens in, like, a blink of a moment, because it's not like I see, like, a glitch, like a visual glitch, like, oh, I just switched realities. Like, no, I don't see it. It's just something, like, you embody. Anyways, so that is another way that I experience synchronicities. I'd love to hear another way that you guys experience synchronicities, because I feel like things that I've experienced synchronistically, I haven't heard from other people, so I'm sure other people have different experiences or, interpretations of synchronicities. So I think it all depends on the person. I think it does depend on the person, because it needs to be able to relate to us or to communicate with us in a way that we understand. So that's why, like, again, if, like, you have certain numbers in your life, like, I think my dad, like, his brother, my uncle, his name was Lee. My middle name is Lee. That's why, that's why my middle name is Lee. But, my dad sees the number 7, like, the time, 7:33, as Lee, like, backwards, or, like, inverted, like, upside down and backwards, or something like that, I don't know. So, like, that number is synchronistic for him. So, that's just, like, one example of how it could be different for you, or different for anybody. Let me look up, I don't know, well, I think you guys get the idea. I was gonna say, let me look up examples of synchronicities. Oh, wow, it just, like, popped up because it freaking knows everything that I do. Many people see synchronicity as a lesson, affirmation, or message from life. One example of synchronicity is hearing the same name over and over again. Yes, that is a freaking thing. In books, on TV, on number plates, in dreams, and then later discovering that the name is suburb, where you finally find your dream home. I guess so, yeah, something like that. So an example would be, like, in last week's episode, I think I talked about the concept of letting go, how it just appeared, like, a video about letting go appeared in my YouTube, and then it was something that I needed to do. Like, I needed to let go, and it was a lesson that I needed to learn. So, and it's funny because it's a lesson I've learned before, but it's a lesson I'm gonna keep learning until I absolutely get it engraved in my head, and this is something that will happen to you as well. So I needed to let go of, like, not stress, but fear, of not being able to find a place to live, and I just needed to let go of, like, oh, how am I gonna get a place, or where am I gonna get a place, and then, like, if I had a place to see, like, if I would go see a place, I'd be like, oh my gosh, I hope I get it, like, and I would attach myself to that, and when you attach yourself too much to stuff, it causes resistance. So I just kept, like, nothing was working because I kept attaching so much to all of these outcomes that I wasn't letting things happen naturally. So I needed to learn how to let go in order to get what I wanted, basically, which is a place to live. So I needed to learn to let go. So a video popped up in my YouTube, and I was just scrolling through YouTube, and it was about letting go. And I was like, let me watch this. And I think it was a video about, a video from Aaron Dowdy, which is somebody who I love to watch. He has great videos, and has a lot of great insights that a lot of other people on YouTube or in the spiritual community don't, that I think of. So it's good to hear somebody else say it too. So anyways, he was talking about letting go. I don't know exactly what he said, but whatever he was saying, I was like, oh my God, like, this is what I need to be doing. Like, why wasn't I doing this the whole time? And, so I came to that realization. I was like, oh my gosh, like, that's what I need to do. And then as soon as that happened, then, like, literally the same day, I'm, like, on my way somewhere, and I open up my book to, like, a new chapter, and the whole chapter is about letting go. It was, like, titled Letting Go. So then I'm like, what the heck, like, this is something I seriously need to learn, because look, it's even in my book that I have to read now. So then I had to read a whole chapter about letting go. And then I don't know what the heck happened. I was watching something else, and then it kept talking about letting go. And then I pulled a card for last week's episode, and it was about letting go of the outcome. And I was just like, what the heck, guys? Like, I don't know if, like, these cards are reflecting my life, like, but this is seriously a lesson that needs to be learned from me. So this is just synchronistic stuff that happened to me, but specifically based around a lesson that needs to be learned. So I absolutely agree with, like, the thing that I just read that says, you know, lessons that need to be learned. That is absolutely a great, like, those are synchronistic things that, like, that certain concept of letting go kept appearing in my life in order for me to actually learn about it and try to incorporate it into my life. So it's funny to think that once I let go I actually got a place. Sorry, I'm stretching. Oh my gosh, but anyways, congrats to me. So yeah, that's just synchronicities. That's how I experience them. That is how, a little background information of where the concept of synchronicities came from, and how a cool example of how Carl Jung experienced some synchronicities. If you want to check out the book, let me look it up. Synchronicity. That's the waiting music. Synchronicity by Carl Jung. Oh, it is a book. Okay. Yep. Wait, what the heck? I don't know. It says it's a book. Synchronicity and a Causal Connecting Principle by C.G. Jung. But then I can't even find the book. I don't know if I had the book, but I had this giant psychology book on Carl Jung. I think, you can buy it online. You can buy it on Amazon. I should be an Amazon affiliate. You know what? I used to for my blog, and then nobody bought anything, all because, I didn't really do anything on my blog, so, I got kicked off of the affiliate program. For only $9.95, guys, you could buy it for, and look, Amazon Prime, you get it free in one day. Straight to your house. That's pretty cool. I want to read the book. Whoa, what the heck? You also might like, and then there's a book that says, one truth, one law. I am, I create. And then there's a quote that says, on the bottom of the book that says, we are all God. We have just forgotten. Okay, well, that's that, guys. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Please let me know how you experience synchronicities. I would love to know. Or give me some examples. Tell me something crazy that happened to you that was very synchronistic, that maybe made an impact on you forever. Or, I don't know. Who knows? You never know. So yeah, thank you so much for listening. I might post, or I might record next week's episode in the middle of the week. I don't know. Well, actually, no, I might just do it on Friday too. I'm gonna just have so much stuff packed. Okay, anyway, I'm just thinking about that. Anyways, I hope you guys have a wonderful week. Thank you so much for listening, as always. You are always a pleasure to speak with and to talk to and to connect with. If you'd like to join the ThirdEyeCyphs community, check out the link in my Instagram. I have a link tree that has the ThirdEyeCyphs community. It's titled Community. And then you could check out my blog. I do blog posts every Monday. Check out some of my poetry collections on Wattpad. Buy my ebook, A Guide to... Oh, no, it's not called The Guide. So I rewrote it. The original is called The Guide. No, but my ebook is called A Road Toward Enlightenment. A Road Toward Enlightenment by Natalia Lee. And you can find it in your Amazon store or Kindle or Nook, Barnes & Noble Nook or whatever. Where else? Apple Books, Google Play Books, whatever. You can find it. It's an ebook. Download it on your phone. It's a very fast book to read. And it might inspire you. Who knows? But as always, thank you so much for supporting me. I can't wait to talk to you again next week. I hope I have a card for you by then. And yeah, I will close this off. I almost forgot. With a verse from the Tao. I feel like every time I open up a verse, it's just the same verse from last week. I just keep saying the same verse. Okay, let's do this one. This is verse 54. What is firmly established cannot be uprooted. What is firmly grasped cannot slip away. It will be honored from generation to generation. Cultivate virtue in yourself, and virtue will be real. Cultivate it in the family, and virtue will be abound. Cultivate it in the village, and virtue will grow. Cultivate it in the nation, and virtue will be abundant. Cultivate it in the universe, and virtue will be everywhere. Therefore, look at the body as body, look at the family as family, look at the village as village, look at the nation as nation, look at the universe as universe. How do I know the universe is like this? By looking.